What are the three types of partnerships in medicine and coaching? Andrea Nakayama shared this on the Functional Forum.
If it were me, this is what I would do. And that was a blessing to me because I knew that what he was telling us was important and real. And this brings me to the point I want to talk to you about, which is partnerships. And there's three different kinds of partnerships that I want to highlight for you. One of those is the partnership between the practitioner and the practitioner. And this is where the super coaches come in. And I love that Christy Hughes, who's on the staff at IFM, talks about how we are all super coaches. Just as James said, just as Dr. Bloom said, we are all coaches. It doesn't matter what our training is. But as practitioners, we need to work together on teams. Now, Doc Renneker, he worked with our oncologists if we need to, but we were at the center of that relationship. It makes me think of my client Malia, who has superior canal dehiscence and Hashimoto's. And I believe that her vestibular issues are connected to her autoimmune issues. So I work with her endocrinologist to manage her medicine and her diet and her lifestyle with her. And I work with her surgeon to make sure that she has the right IV drip after 5 surgeries she's had on her inner ear so that she can clear the medication from the surgery more easily. We work together. They don't see me as lesser because I'm a nutritionist. They see me as wanting to help their patient. And we all put the patient at the top of that relationship. So as practitioners, we need to learn to work together. And this is where training is really important. To be health coaches, to be nutritionists that work in tandem with doctors and gain the respect is what I'm really a stand for so that we can really be advocates for the patient. And what Doc Renneker stands for, by the way, is patient advocacy. That's what he was all about. The second partnership that really needs to be highlighted is the partnership between the practitioner and the patient. And this is also what Dr. Bloom was talking about in terms of how you create a healing partnership. One of the things I love is a tenet in functional medicine where they say that the patient and the practitioner form a therapeutic partnership. What I find when we say that is that we all applaud the doctor in that relationship. And I want to start applauding the patient. And in order for the patient to be applauded in that relationship, we need to educate them. They need to understand what's going on so they can be their own patient advocate with every single member on their team. Because of my history, because of what I've been through, I am all about patient advocacy and the patient being able to step up and be a partner in their health care. So the third partnership is the patient with their own body. And this is where we've gotten so far away from understanding our basic physiology. We don't know what's going on in there, but we can teach people what's going on in there. And that is our job as functional practitioners, to elevate the patient's understanding of themselves. And that, to me, is where compliance comes from. I don't have the desire to be on top of my clients' every moves. I have the desire for them to be on top of their own moves. In the 1960s, there was a term called nonviolent communication. And I like to call this nonviolent communication with self. How is it that we listen into what's going on in our own body, and we can actually start to make adjustments based on that? The ATMs that James mentioned of functional medicine, the antecedents, the triggers, the mediators, those mediators are what a client or patient needs to know to modify their own behavior. They need to say, when I eat gluten, I feel tired. When I eat dairy, I get puffiness under my eyes. That's where they start to be their own advocate. So the patient's partnership with themselves is what's really key, and that's where education is a huge part of the puzzle.
Thanks so much for watching, and for more great clips like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I've created a special free video just for you called Harnessing the Power of Community in Your Practice, and it'll give you a clinical model, practical tools that double as marketing, and strategies to develop a community of your peers. All you have to do is click on the link below.